Hello everyone, this is Kanmeet. Today I'll show you how I made an American recreational vehicle out of clay. This is how it looks right now. I've already prepared it for painting, covered the wheels and windows with clay so they won't get painted over. And I'll be painting it with a Tommy spray can in white. After applying the first coat of paint, I realized that one spray can definitely wouldn't be enough to cover it completely. The dark modeling clay makes the light paint hard to apply. For that, I should have used a light primer first, but unfortunately I don't have any. So I decided to paint it blue. Fortunately, it goes on well, and 2 coats will be enough to cover it completely. Well, after painting, I finished up a couple of small details, and here's what I managed to do. So, I made this camper entirely out of sculpting clay and also used very hard non-sulfurated plastiline clay. It took me 60 hours to make it. It's very big and heavy, weighing about 700 grams. For comparison, I usually make models about the size of this DeLorean, which I also made out of clay. It ended up being a big project. The make of this motorhome is a Ford E450 camper version. I built it using blueprints and photographs. Leaving it just blue was boring, so I added this yellow and grey stripe along the whole body. I made it out of regular colored clay. Now it looks more interesting. I highlighted it, worked out the interior in quite some detail as you can see, and the living space. Inside there's all the furniture, various cabinets, tables, a stove for cooking, and a sink. I also placed inside the character from the video about the yellow coma where he was melting under the sun. Let's say this will be a kind of mannequin. I made the engine from that van in BMNG Drive since they look similar in shape. And here you can see all the engine components from a convenient angle instead of trying to figure out from a photo what shape each part has. I also made the underside of this van based on BMNG Drive. You just need to flip it over and then you can examine the underside in all its details. The chassis is fully functional. It can drive At the back, as you may have noticed, the tube is actually a fuse that leads to a firecracker located under the gas stove and oven. I installed it there right away during the molding stage. This way it will simulate the explosion of a gas cylinder inside the motorhome. Yes, I made it to blow it up. It's been a while since I blew something up, and I think you guys have missed explosions too. I didn't make this house perfectly. If you look closely, you can notice small scratches and tiny specks of dust that settled during painting. That's exactly where 4K quality comes in handy, which is what I use to shoot all my videos. Of course, I could have made the parts smoother, but that would have taken me much more time, so I made it this way. Besides, blowing up a car with a lot of high quality detail would just be a shame and not very practical. You're probably wondering how my clay didn't bend? I use foil for the clay, so it keeps the necessary shape. I stick it tightly to the clay. There's foil on all the body parts. I also used wire as a frame. And for the frame, I took 2 long wooden sticks and made a frame out of them and attached the cab and the living compartment to this frame. Well, I've told you everything about the van, now we can go outside and blow it up. I stepped back 5 meters and found some parts on the ground, apparently roof spares. I've stepped back 5 more meters and found a side part. I think I went too far with this. This is all that's left of the camper. Damn, I overdid it. Damn, there's only the bottom left here. Look, there's nothing left. No furniture, just some kind of couch. No front seats, just the dashboard, and the steering wheel is all bent. Yeah, guys, I didn't think this firecracker was powerful enough to blow up this van. Literally with one explosion. I thought, well, I'll do 2 explosions, but there's nothing left to blow up here. Everything is destroyed. There's only one dusty bottom left. Damn, this is just crazy. At least the front part is mostly intact. The hood of course flew off, the cab just vanished, it was blown away somewhere. We need to look for the fragments, all of them. Alright, now I'll try to look for all the parts that flew off and gather them in one place. And here is that very cab. Well, I can't even say this used to be a cab. There are just some blue scraps left here. They're so deformed that there's no way to restore them. Well, there are all sorts of seats left here. Here's the front seat. Some other seat got stuck to the front seat. And the person is completely in shock, not understanding what's going on. I'm honestly surprised he made it out in one piece. His arms are intact and in place. The only thing is, he's holding the mouse along with the headphones. He gripped it so tightly, it's almost beautiful. Alright, I walked around the area 5 meters in every direction. I picked up all the fragments and put them in one pile. Well, I don't think even half of this camper will be collected here because everything flew much farther away. Or maybe I just couldn't find it. Here the laptop was still intact with the tanks game running. Yeah, of course, I definitely overdid it with the explosion. Everything just got blown apart, almost nothing is left. Right here. This is how it looks from this side. And now that the mobile home is destroyed, I'll show you how I built it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in my clay creations. You can also join my VContacte group where I post photos of the car modeling process. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.